One of the greatest benefits of the MBTI personality type is that you're able to really match learning styles and learning strategies in association with each of the 8 preferences. When we look at the extrovert, we need to remember that they're energized by their interactions with others. So you want to remember that they're people of action and put more social life so that they can really learn at their own rate and within their own preference. They're going to find it difficult to settle down, to read, and concentrate. And they're going to find college tasks like reading, research, and writing very challenging because these tend to be solitary endeavors. They learn best by talking, they verbally process, and they need to physically engage in their environment. Extroverts are going to learn better in a smaller class setting with teams or groups where they're able to actively engage in conversations with their peers and their professors. They do not really enjoy those large lecture classrooms where listening is the primary activity. They enjoy oral feedback from their professors, one-on-one, as well as those conversations before and after class and even during office hours. And they prefer to benefit greatly when they can speak to others, especially through a teamwork opportunity. In contrast, our introverts are energized by their inner world of reflection, thought, and contemplation. They need a lot of space and time alone. They like to read, they like lectures and written work, and therefore they generally do well in a traditional classroom setting. They're going to hesitate to speak up in class because they benefit most from one-on-one conversations with their professor or through written feedback. Online courses work very well for introverts because they engage more in those chat rooms or through email instead of having to contribute orally through a class discussion. They need quite a bit of time alone to reflect, to process, and to re-energize before they're able to join a group or a study. When we look at the sensing people, they're going to rely heavily on their 5 senses to take in information. They might be good listeners or visually oriented listeners and learners, but they mostly are going to enjoy that hands-on experience. They like concrete facts, organization, and structure. They learn well from organized lectures or presentations, and they're good at memorization. Sensing people usually like outlines, clear guidelines, and specifics. A syllabus is a very important tool for a sensing type. As a sensing type, though, they often have difficulty with theory, and they may struggle in classes where theoretical concepts are commonplace, like philosophy. An intuition person is going to see the world through their intuitive side. They're going to learn by hunches. They may not really read a test question all the way through, and because of that, they miss a key part, especially if it's at the end of the question. They want to know the theory before they decide that facts are important, and they're always going to ask why. They're creative and innovative, and they struggle to follow the strict sets of instructions. They also work with bursts of energy. They may write their term paper and then finish the outline. When we look at our thinking, the thinking people decide on the basis of logic, analysis, and reason. They may be great at figuring out logical problems and analyzing problems. They're going to voice their strong opinions in a classroom, and they expect fairness in all things. They want fairness in grading, they want equal treatment of all students, and they want the adherence to fair classroom policies. The feeling person is going to decide on the basis of their feelings, their values, their likes, their dislikes. They value harmony and are distressed by any interpersonal friction. So harmony in the classroom with classmates and the professor is going to be the greatest and utmost importance. Remember also that this means that the debating is probably not going to be the best way of teaching for a feeling preference. Our judging preference, they like order and control. They're decisive, closed-minded, and very well organized. They like to meet deadlines and planning, and they prefer to work on only one thing at a time. Judging types usually have very well-organized notebooks, and they're going to structure their time to complete their assignments promptly. They are going to struggle if changes occur and they need to adapt, or if they're required to work with a group that is not well organized, and they are especially not happy if they need to cram or really work hard for an unexpected deadline. In contrast, our perceiving types are very spontaneous, and they don't like to be boxed in by deadlines and plans. They want to gather more information before making a decision, and they're going to work on many things at once. They're flexible, and they're very good in emergency and when plans are disrupted. They are okay with many things, including procrastination. They have trouble getting their assignments in on time many times because they lack the ability to budget their time. They may, however, actually do well cramming for an exam or rushing to get a project finished, as they thrive on that last-minute pressure.